All right. DW Gaming here with a new Survivor video. We've got the newest Survivor, Talita. I believe that's the correct pronunciation of her name. The H is silent. Yeah, that sounds it's these new dumb things they've placed throughout the maps. It has something to do with their new game, Meet Your Maker. I've been collecting them, but I haven't gotten any rewards from doing so. So I don't know if it's just a I don't know, early test thing. But there's no point in collecting them because you're not getting anything. So okay, Tap went down awfully fast. It's a Myers. And he's got two people in the basement there. So that's not good. I'm just going to be content to work on this generator. So I saw they announced some recent changes to the Skull Merchant. I looked over the patch notes and just a quick take. They don't do enough. Once again, they seem to be token changes. You didn't bring him here, did you? Yes, you did. You idiot. Thanks. You couldn't see that he was still following you. Well, his tap is useless. And you're missing skill checks. Are you some kind of an idiot? I mean, seriously, what is your problem? Okay, I should have made that. Maybe he's running play with your food? He caught up awfully fast. So yeah, there's recent changes to her. They don't do anything. They're not enough. I'm sick and tired of these developers thinking they're, implementing meaningful changes when they're nothing but Band-Aid fixes. They need to completely redesign the new killer. Make her power something else, because this drone crap ain't cutting it. I saw in like the first sentence of the patch notes, they were like Peanuts, or Peanuts, whatever his dumb name is. One of the balance guys, and he was saying in like the first sentence of the notes, it's like, survivors being exposed within her drone's scanning radius does little good when they're injured. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of obvious. You don't need to tell us that. We already know that. This should have been something you guys thought about right from the get-go. There's no reason to tell us now. We've known this. I mean, come on. And then he goes to address the fact that, well, they're making changes to the claw traps when survivors disable a drone. Well, the problem is you just glossed over the first major issue with the Skull Merchant. The fact that survivors suffer no penalty when they're injured within her drone's scanning radius. So that hasn't been changed at all. And it's like, oh, we'll give her a haste buff whenever a survivor has a claw trap on. Big deal. There's not going to be any situation where all 4 survivors have claw traps on to where you get a 7% haste movement speed bonus. That's not going to happen. So I can tell you what is going to happen at high level survivor play, high MMR. There is no incentive to hacking a drone because it just gives her a haste movement speed bonus when you do. And there's going to be no incentive for survivors to heal. So what they'll do is they will stay injured on generators and ignore the drones. And they'll all be running like dead hard, so they get a second health state anyway. So it's basically these changes incentivize gen rushing. They do not incentivize survivors to do anything with her drones, and they do not incentivize survivors to heal. I mean, if anything, it de-incentivizes survivors to hack the drones, because as soon as you get a claw trap on, whenever you vault a pallet, they made the brown add-on base kit, so it'll break the pallet. So survivors will not go actively out of their way now to disable the drones. I mean, can these devs not see this? This is all cause and effect. They have no foresight whatsoever. Survivors at high MMR will ignore the drones and ignore being injured and run dead hard. And matches will go just as fast because all they'll be doing is generators. This looks really bad. That tap really screwed us over. Being stupid like that. This is typical, though, of the survivors I get paired with. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, I mean, these changes, a quick take on what I saw, these changes to her do nothing. They are once again token changes implemented by developers who really don't understand the game. And certainly don't understand it at a high level. Because good survivors will just ignore the drones, they will ignore their injuries, they'll rush gens even more. There's no incentive for them not to. And they've made it so you can't get her drones back. If they do decide to hack one, you can't get your drone back immediately, so they've... I'm willing to bet this guy's running play with your food. They've made it so she can't get her drone back right away if someone does hack it. So she can't even hold a 3-gen anymore. They've made very small changes to her chase mechanic. They think that somehow she's going to be good in chase with like a 3% or a 5% haste status effect. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but these developers are idiots. You know, it's like, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but these guys really don't know what's going on. She gets a haste status effect whenever someone hacks a drone, but there's no incentive for them to hack the drones if they know she's getting that haste status effect. No survivor's going to say to themselves, well, I better hack this drone, because then they'll stop and think, well, if I do, she'll get 3% faster. So it really does not incentivize them to hack drones. And in terms of the exposed status effect, they did nothing to address the fact that if a survivor is injured, it doesn't matter. Meg, can I heal you? I mean, I want to get some altruism points at least, because this match looks like it's over. No? Fine. You know, you're easier to track when you're crying and everything and leaving blood, but whatever. I mean, God forbid I get any altruism points out of this match. Yeah, so I don't see how her changes are going to... I don't see how they're going to do any good. I mean, once again, there are two main incentives against hacking a drone. Number one, it gives the Skull Merchant a haste status effect. So when she's in chase, she can go faster. And number two, if you hack a drone and get it... Yeah, he's running play with your food. He caught up way too fast. And number two, if you get a claw trap on you, basically anytime you're in chase and vault a pallet, that pallet will break. So right there are two main deterrents to hacking drones. They think survivors are going to continue to hack drones. Like, why would you? You'd be making the Skull Merchant stronger in a chase. So why would you hack a drone? I don't understand why what's the incentive to hack a drone now? And basically, when survivors don't hack the drones, they will just be, they'll just stay injured. If, the exposed status effect means nothing if they're injured, so they'll just stay injured, which means the only thing left for them to do is generators. So the developers have made it even more attractive for survivors to do their objective when going against the Skull Merchant. Which is the exact opposite of what you need to be doing. Now, if injured survivors within the drone's radius suffered from a hindered status effect, then yeah, I can see them wanting to hack the drone. But as it is now, there's no penalty whatsoever for remaining injured within a drone's detection radius. There should either be a hindered status applied to injured survivors, or there should be a action speed debuff on generators, like a Thana or something. Base kit Thana. This Meg is weird. She has self-care 99 her healed, and why did you 99 your heal if you have dead hard? You know he insta-downs you, right? I don't get why you would be wasting time healing yourself. Yeah, this Myers is zooming. He must have play with your food. Yep, I thought so. Oh, that's why the tap wanted to get back on that gen so badly. Well, you let him right to me, you idiot.